Hello, welcome to Daily News from Al-Jawadain TV. House of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi honors Nights of Qadr and Martyrdom of Imam Ali, peace be upon him. With the arrival of the Holy Nights of Qadr and the days of the Martyrdom of the Commander of the Faithful, Imam Ali, peace be upon him, the House of His Eminence Grand Ayatollah Shirazi hosts public groups of scholars, seminarians and clerics, and the general public for 5 consecutive nights. On these nights, the believers revive the Nights of Qadr with some special prayers and commemorate Imam Ali, peace be upon him, on the anniversary of his martyrdom. The dear viewers can tune in these ceremonies every night at 10:30 p.m. Qom local time, live on Al-Jawadain TV and other Shia TV networks, as well as the Al-Shirazi application. Imam Shirazi Center holds conference on social reforms in Iraq. Imam Shirazi Center for Strategic Studies dedicated its monthly meeting to review the issue, the status of social reforms in Iraq in 2022 and the challenges of 2023. This meeting was held with the presence of a number of researchers and participants through digital platforms. In this meeting, the social situation of Iraq in 2022 was discussed regarding the crisis of divorce, reluctance to marriage, the crisis of educated people and culture, the crisis of youth unemployment, and the escalation of social violence. Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi donates clothes to children in Madagascar. The Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Mahajanga city of Madagascar donated clothes to a group of Shia students in this city. This action was taken on the occasion of the birth anniversary of Hazrat Imam Hassan Mushtaba, peace be upon him, and in accordance with the recommendations of the religious authority to support the needy. Delegates of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi traveled to Basra in Ramadan 2023. Sheikh Salah al-Halfi, a member of the Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, traveled to Basra province in order to carry out preaching activities in Ramadan. During this action, he meets with a group of religious, social, and cultural figures and also attends the religious ceremonies of Shia mosques and Hussainiyas. During the past few days, he met and talked with Sheikh Mohammad Falak al-Maliki, one of the representatives of Islamic authorities in Basra, Seyed Ibrahim al-Nur, one of the religious and social figures of Basra, Major General Abu Maghdad al-Maliki, Major General Zaki al-Miyahi, and Brigadier General Jamil al-Maliki. Son of Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Mohammad Shirazi meets Sayyid Aref Nasrallah. Sayyid Muhammad Hussein Shirazi, the son of the late Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Muhammad Hussein Shirazi, along with Sheikh Nasr al-Asadi, met with Sayyid Aref Nasrallah during their presence at the headquarters of the Public Relations Center of the Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Karbala. In this meeting, the two sides discussed the sanctity law of the holy city of Karbala, the general situation in this holy city, and the role of youth in serving the pilgrims of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him. The director of the PR office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi also welcomed members of the students and voluntary community of the Hussainiyun from Wasit province of Iraq. In this meeting, the visiting delegation presented a report of their activities in the direction of serving the AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, on different occasions of the year. AhlulBayt Islamic Center holds Ramadan programs in Madagascar. AhlulBayt Center, one of the centers related to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Mahajanga city in Madagascar, continues to hold its Ramadan meetings and the nights of the holy month of Ramadan. These ceremonies are accompanied by presence of dozens of Shiites and followers of the AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, and those present in these ceremonies perform congregational prayers, recitation of the Holy Quran, recitation of special prayers for the holy month of Ramadan, and religious speeches. Anwar al-Jawadain Institute holds Ramadan contests. Anwar al-Jawadain Institute, one of the centers related to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the city of Baghdad, in cooperation with Misbah al-Hussein Foundation, organized a religious and cultural competition with the presence of a group of Husseini delegations and associations on Ramadan 15th. On the first day of this competition, which will continue for 4 days, Sheikh Ali al-Isami, the director of the Anwar al-Jawadain Institute, in a speech while welcoming the participants and the audience, stated, "This competition is aimed at paying attention to the youth and increasing their religious and cultural awareness and information." AhlulBayt Institute hosts religious and cultural figures in Basra. AhlulBayt Institute, one of the centers related to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Basra city, hosts various religious and cultural personalities during the holy month of Ramadan. Sheikh Sadiq al-Basri, the director of this institution, announced that the AhlulBayt institution hosted a delegation of Bani Amir Mosque and the representative of Sayyid Abu Ala, one of the religious personalities of Basra, in the past few days. In these meetings, topics related to the blessings of the AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, and familiarizing the people with the life of those nobles were discussed. The AhlulBayt Institute, peace be upon him, also hosted the head of the Wamiz Institute and the head of the Asas Center among the educational centers of Basra. Charity works by Fatima Zahra Institute during Ramadan. Fatima Zahra Institute, from centers related to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Kabbalah, continue Ramadan charity activities. In accordance with the recommendations of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi regarding support for the needy, this institution distributes livelihood packages among these families. It should also be mentioned that after the cities of Qom, Kashan, and Kehak, the residents of the deprived areas of the cities of Tehran and Isfahan also benefited from the livelihood assistance of Fatima Zahra Institute. During this action, dozens of livelihood packages were delivered to these families on the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan. Risalah community runs Ramadan special programs in Denmark. The board of Banat of Risalah, affiliated to the Women's Department of Imam Sadiq Institute, one of the centers related to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Denmark, continues its activities in the current month of Ramadan. Throughout the year, this board organizes educational sessions for boys and girls every week, and it deals with religious education in both English and Arabic languages. In the current month of Ramadan, the activities of this delegation continue with the holding of recitation sessions of the Holy Quran, educational competitions, and awarding of prizes. Religious Kuwaiti believers host delegations of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. Believers and scientific, social, and political personalities of the country of Kuwait welcome the delegation of the office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the nights of the holy month of Ramadan. This delegation meets and talks with these personalities in the nights of this holy month. For this purpose, in its recent action, this delegation attended Haj Jawad Abu Muhammad Diwania, the home of Dr. Abu Wahid al-Khaflan, and the anniversary ceremony of the late Seyed Bagher Mehri, and met with people and personalities present. Barakah Foundation donates food to needy and orphans in Baghdad. Al-Khair wal-Barakah Cultural Association, one of these centers related to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Baghdad, distributed livelihood packages to the needy on the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan. During this action, dozens of livelihood packages were delivered by this cultural association to orphaned, needy, imprisoned, and homeless families. The mentioned action was carried out in accordance with the recommendations of the religious authority to support the needy.